So now let's talk about seventh chords. You probably remember this little chart that I had in which I talked about major triads, minor triads, diminished triads, and augmented triads. And for each of these, I had a third and a fifth. And a major triad was made up of a major third and a perfect fifth. Minor triad was a minor third and a perfect fifth. Diminished triad was a minor third and a diminished fifth. Augmented triad was a major third and a perfect fifth. We're going to make a similar chart for seventh chords. And we will end up doing 5 different seventh chords. And now we're going to say seventh chords are made up of 2 things, a triad and a seventh. Okay, so the triad is defined here, and the seventh is the interval of a seventh. So do you remember a C major chord? C, E, G. We know this is C major because it has a major third and a perfect fifth. Okay. Now we're going to add another note to the top. So here we have root, third, fifth. We're going to add the seventh. So now if we look at this triad, this is a major triad at the bottom, and the seventh is a major seventh, because the key signature of C has no sharps or flats, so B natural is the major seventh. This is the formula for a major 7 chord. It has a major triad and a major seventh. And we're going to call this C MAJ 7 for now. Jazz people also call it C triangle 7. The major 7 is important. You can't call this C7 because C7 means something else. In fact, I'll show you what C7 is. If we have a major triad and we add a seventh, adding a seventh is what makes this a seventh chord. But now we will keep our major triad, but we're going to lower the seventh to make it a minor seventh. That is what you get when you have C and 7 without the major, just the 7. This is called sometimes a C major minor 7th chord. It's a major triad minor 7th. Sometimes this is called a dominant 7th chord. Okay? I'm just going to call it 7, C7. So C7 has a major triad and a minor 7th. So now let's look at what happens. We have C major, triad, C major 7. I'm going to make the triad minor. Okay, so that's E flat. Remember, a minor triad has a minor third and a perfect fifth. And I'm going to keep and make a minor 7th as well. Okay, so this triad is a minor triad with a minor 7th. This is a C minor 7 chord. That can be C min 7. Jazz people often call it C-7. Minor triad with a minor 7th is a minor 7th chord. We have 2 more. Let's take our minor 7th chord. Actually, I'll just go back here. Okay, so now I'm going to make the triad on the bottom diminished. So to make it diminished, we need a minor third and a diminished fifth. So we need E flat and G flat. We're going to use this as the basis for two different chords, and I'm going to sketch them both here. So C, E flat, G flat. So these bottom three notes, again, are diminished triad. I'm going to do this one over here first. I'll do it here. And I am going to make a diminished 7. So diminished triad with a diminished 7. C to B we know is a major 7. C to B flat will be a minor 7. C to B double flat will be a diminished 7. And this chord now is C diminished 7. So I'm going to do this on the bottom row. A diminished 7th chord is a diminished triad with a diminished 7th. Now I'm going to come to this one. We're going to fill in this gap here. Do you notice how when we go from here to here, from this line to this line, only one element changes? When we go from this line to this line, only one element changes. But when we go from here to here, two elements change. We're actually going to put something in the middle. We're going to do a diminished triad with a minor 7th. And we are going to call that half diminished. As opposed to this one, which is fully diminished. Or just diminished 7. So half diminished means we have a diminished triad, but a minor 7th. And the symbol we use for this is the degree symbol, like for diminished, and we put a slash through it. So degree symbol with a slash means half diminished, and we can include the 7. So half diminished 7 means diminished triad with a minor 7th. So in this case, C flat, G flat, B flat, half diminished 7. That's the introduction of all the triads. I'm going to stop the video, but then I'll do another short video where I go through a few of these. I'm back in a minute.